We now know that Season 4 of Mandalorian was in fact scrapped so they could do The Mandalorian and Grogu. And well, the star of the book of Boba Fett was talking about some of the scrapped ideas. And he reveals that up until they shifted to making this a film, he was supposed to return and star in Season 4. The saga of Disney and Star Wars and how they're just dropping plot threads left and right is going to need to be studied at some point in the future. We know that Mandalorian Season 4 was supposed to happen. We know that they were supposed to pick up on many plot threads that were left dangling in Season 3, but obviously that's been put on the back burner, and by all accounts it's been canceled in favor of shifting everything in a new direction with The Mandalorian and Grogu. So previously we talked about the fact that the Book of Boba Fett was abandoned. There would be no second season. And then we found out that there was talks about bringing the character back in The Mandalorian, and that he was supposed to be an important character in the 4th season and have a pretty big role. Now, of course, what this role was, anybody's guess. And if we just look at what they had planned for spin-off shows that were canceled or aren't happening, or direction that they were going in, and in regards to what we know about The Mandalorian and Grogu, it seems like there was some pretty big ideas and crossovers that we will never get to see. And again, for one reason or another, they've changed directions and they want to more or less play it safe now. And I get that from their perspective, but it seems like that a lot of, and I mean a lot of ideas were abandoned. Especially with the fact that it seemed like they were going to be bringing back, you know, the sheriff from Tatooine, and that Timothy was supposed to be back at some point, but he's not. He's allowed to go do other stuff now, including work for Disney. Then Boba Fett himself, like, they're just abandoning his story, they don't want to go back to that, and we're not going to see him apparently, and by all accounts, he's not even going to be in the Mandoverse film. Like, there's a lot of things that have happened that are really going to need to be analyzed, and hopefully we hear details on what happened. But scrapping him to this degree from everything just because his show didn't deliver for one reason or another is baffling. And maybe Disney should, I don't know, look internally, and Lucasfilm as well, and go, well, what if the Fett show wasn't sacrificed, you know, like 40% of it to focus on characters that aren't even related to the plot we're telling here? I don't know, maybe that could have saved the character, right? I know, crazy idea, just crazy.